The original game was heavily focused on the multi-ball. So you could, your saucers were always active to capture a ball and to get you into multi-ball. And the goal was to get into multi-ball and keep it there for as long as possible, getting a timer going for how long you were in multi-ball. You had to keep hitting switches to keep that timer going, and you collect a special bonus for how long you're in your multi-ball for your multi-ball timer. There's also a way to double your multi-ball timer. I kept a lot of those rules in place because they were interesting, and heavily focused on trying to keep two balls in play on a machine where it's not that easy to keep two balls in play. It's divided up, lower playfield, upper playfield, such that while you're trying to control the balls, they're constantly banging off the stuff here in your face. With one ball, it's not that hard to get it up there and keep it up in the upper playfield, but with two, it can be tough. So, kept around some of those same rules about trying to keep two balls in play at the same time. It's a two-ball multi-ball. So this game, my approach for it was basically you're fighting this big two-headed thing. You got the left side and the right side, so I give you left side weapons, right side weapons. You have to select those weapons, activate them, charge them up to whatever percentage you can to defend against the creature. And then if you actually want to battle against a creature, you got to get your weapons both left and right side up to 100% and lock them up so that you can battle and go on the attack. The other modes are there's a chase that happens after defense. Whether you're successful or not, you're going to go into a chase mode. There's an eggs mode where if you haven't done any weapons progress in X amount of time of gameplay, then the creature will take advantage and lay eggs, and then you have to hunt down all those eggs before you can move on to your progress. Once you finish defense and battle and eggs and chase all successfully, then you can get into victory mode, and that's like a jackpot hunting mode where you can score jackpots by doing the drop targets and then hitting saucers. So all that stuff is a lot to try to get to in one game. So I'm just going to demonstrate with the glass off so I can show you all the features in one video. Okay, so we start out in a weapon selection mode. Right now you can see that the lights are on the upper 6 drop targets, which is the depth charges.
Select weapons bank with right flipper.
And you get a prompt if you wait long enough to select weapons bank with right flipper. So I'll show you the 8 different weapons.
Cannons.
Pop bumpers.
Harpoons.
Harpoons is the stand-ups.
Air assault.
Air assault is the lane to the upper and the 4, 5, 6.
Rail guns.
Railguns is the bullseyes. There's no lights on the bullseyes themselves, so I just do a general light display.
Torpedoes.
Torpedoes is the lower 5 drops.
Blue laser.
Blue laser, left saucer.
Green laser.
Green laser, right saucer.
Depth charges.
And then we're back to depth charges, which is the upper 6 drops. So whatever weapon you choose here will be activated after the skill shot. So I'm going to choose the lower 5 drops, which is the torpedoes.
Air assault. Rail gun. Torpedoes.
And I'm going to go for the skill shot, which is on lane 6. I can change the lane with the right flipper button.
Right weapon activated.
So the ball bounced into the lower 5 drops, which activated the right weapon. You only need to hit your weapon once to activate it, and it's enough to get in defense. If I go into defense now with just one hit on this weapon, basically that percentage will be difficult to defend against the creature because I don't have the weapon charged very high. So I'm going to charge it a little bit more. And every time I charge it, you can see these lights go up.
Torpedoes. 25%. Torpedoes. 50%.
So now I'm at 50% with my torpedoes. I'm gonna go ahead and activate this weapon.
Hold right flipper to disable lock.
I can also disable the lock and add another weapon to the pile.
Just in time. We need to prepare the defenses. Charge your weapon manually or lock up both balls for automatic charge.
But this time I'm just gonna go in with one weapon. So as soon as I hit a switch with the second ball, I go into a multi-ball. Now you can see the timer's on and it's flashing here. Whenever I've got a timer in my ball in play display, I show the ball in play on the tens digit of the or the ones digit rather of the player who's currently playing. This is the same as the way the old game did it. The original rules did the same thing. So every time I hit a switch here, the timer starts and I earn more multi-ball bonus time. So right now I'm trying to defend against the creature using this weapon that I've got activated. That's why I've got this light flashing here. If I hit this weapon, you can see that I'm 50% defense because that's how much I charge that weapon. So if I hit it twice, then I get locks lit on both sides. I can also continue to build my defense bonus. Right now it's just at 1,000. But every time I hit one of these targets, I'll build that defense bonus to fill that defense bonus even more. So I'm gonna go ahead and collect my defense bonus.
Nice work. The defense is out.
So I still got one ball in play.
Is fleeing.
Head out through the spinner if you want to chase him.
So now the chase mode begins on the spinner, and I've got 40 seconds to start chase mode. If I don't get the spinner in 40 seconds, then I go back to regular play of building weapons. So I'm gonna go ahead and start chase mode. Now, as I move through chase mode, you see there's a hurry up on getting to the next chase.
Right flipper to scan for where it's hiding.
So it's currently counting down 15,000. To find out where the creature's hiding, I have to hold the right flipper to scan for
Returning to 1x playfield multiplier.
to scan the playfield to look for the creature. So you can see the creature's on the 1, 2, 3 stand-ups here.
Just chase the thing.
And now I've moved on. Now it's on the lane to the top. So now it's on the 6 drops. 5 drops.
This last one is tricky. We can't let it out. Hit it with the bullseye.
The last chase is on the bullseye.
You're almost done.
And now I've got a lock lit on
Time to get that ball in the saucer and finish this chase.
Blue-
Better get on it.
blue saucer finishes chase.
Well done. We have a little breathing room. Build up those weapons.
So now I'm in a 2-ball multi-ball for weapons building. So this is, the building of the weapons is the same way as it was before defense. So I've still got this guy lit, and I can continue to build him up. I will build up at twice the speed because I'm in 2-ball multi-ball.
Torpedoes. 90% green lock ready.
So I've got my green lock ready now. I can drop into single ball play. And it will just keep going with the single ball play to build up the
Select weapons bank
Other.
with right flipper, harpoon, rail gun, boom laser, depth charges.
So I'm going to add another weapon, this time a left side weapon with the blue. And the same thing, you build up the weapon by hitting the target, you see your progress here.
25%.
Depth charges take longer to, or harder to build. So the way you can shortcut building a weapon is, if you go back in the saucer
With right flipper, red blue laser, already active, depth charges.
and choose a weapon that's already active,
100%.
it will jump it up to 100% automatically, and it will open that lock. So now I'm going to lock the ball.
Hold right flipper to disable lock.
I could disable the lock and add more weapons to the pile,
Locked.
or I could
Returning
just,
to 1x playfield multiplier.
or I'll just take the blue lock. So now I still got the green lock, and once I get the green lock, then I'll go into my battle multi-ball.
Hold right flipper to disable lock. Engaging the creature in battle.
So this is my battle multi-ball. You can still say I'm still on ball 1 in my ones digit of my player display. I've got 13 bonus seconds right now. During battle, I can continue to build my bonus for my battle. Now, I need to attack the creature with any weapons that I have. I currently just have 2 weapons, which is this drops and those drops. This is torpedoes and that's depth charges. So every time I hit the creature, you can see my progress is charted here on the green lights and the blue lights. So I've got 2 hits on each. I got to get all the way up to 10. So then once you get to 10, as soon as you get the next hit, it'll light that lock. And that lock will stay lit for, I don't remember, 10, 15 seconds, whatever it stays lit for. So I've got that jackpot available on green, and then it will start to diminish. And now the hits on the creature start to come down after I miss the lock, or after I miss the jackpot. So I got to build it back up again to get that jackpot. It's a little noisy, but there's a jackpot on green. You can get a super jackpot by locking up both at the same time. So there's my super jackpot, and that's way more points than anybody needs. I don't know how many points it is. I have to look it up. Okay, so I'm up to 6 million. So that's my battle multi-ball. I can continue with the battle multi-ball, earning jackpots, super jackpots until I drop into single ball play.
Good enough for now. These weapons are toasted. Gonna have to build them back up.
So you lose your weapons. And then you have to start building them back up again if you want to get back into battle to try to get more jackpots. So now I'm back into single ball play. I've got the risk of the creature laying eggs if I don't hit weapon shots. So I'm back to no weapons selected. Nothing will happen until I hit a saucer to start my weapons building process again. So as you're hitting switches here, eventually,
if you let that thing alone for long enough, it's gonna lay eggs.
You'll get a warning that it's going to lay eggs.
Sensors are picking up a clutch of eggs. Zone 5.
Okay, so you see the 5.
Get over there before they hatch.
The 5 up there is flashing 3 times, and then 1 hold. So that's how you identify the eggs, is they go flash, 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 and then a hold. And the eggs will propagate through different parts of the playfield. So right now it's on 5 in the top pop. Okay, so now it's moved to this set of drop targets. Now, every time the hatchlings move to a new or infiltrate a new set, all you have to do is hit that feature once to knock it out. So I've collected, or I've stomped out the eggs on that one spot, but I've still got them here on the 5, and they'll spread out from the 5 back to that top pop, and from here I think they go to one of the other pop bumpers. So you're sitting there and you're trying to hit those particular features, and then every time they spread you have to go back and hit them again. And then once you eradicate all those eggs, I finished my chase, I finished my battle, I finished my defense. This is the last thing I need to do to get into my victory. And victory is a, let's see. Well, I'll show you victory. Okay, so I just need to hit this 5.
Nice work.
That finishes hatchlings.
Victory. The scans are clear. Great work. Jettison the torpedoes and the depth charges.
So it tells me to jettison the torpedoes and the depth charges. This mode is accompanied with a ball save. So you can't lose this mode. So all you got to do is hit your drops. This bank lights up this for my jackpot, and that other bank lights up the other one. So if I was in multi-ball during this time, I would be getting 2x ball multiplier. And I'd also have the ability to do a super jackpot.
4x playfield multiplier. 5x playfield multiplier.
Yeah, I didn't get the super on that.
Well, you've done everything there is to do. How about another round?
Okay, so I think it knew that I was in. It knew it was in single ball, so it wasn't offering me the super.
Activate the weapon.
So now I've looped back around. I've finished everything I'm gonna do. I've got my super. I've got my jackpots, and I'm back to single ball play, and basically starting over. But you carry over any playfield multipliers. You can see I still have a 5x playfield multiplier going in. And I've got 10 million points. So if you finish everything on this game with the glass on, I'd love to know it, because I put a lot of modes into it and a lot of different elements that they're all achievable on their own. But I think it would take a long time to beat everything in this game. In addition to all those modes I just showed you, there's also holdovers that you can get. So if I get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Use lower pop or spinner to activate holdover multi-ball timer award.
So now I've got the spinner and the lower pop lit to get a holdover multi-ball timer award. So what that means is, if I get enough spins,
Holdover multi-ball timer award.
then this pop bumper lights, moves it to 1,000 points, and it will hold over my multi-ball timer from ball to ball. So then if I get my 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 again,
Use right pop to activate holdover bonus award.
then this
Let
one.
that thing alone for long enough. It's gonna lay out.
Holdover bonus.
Sensors are picking up a clutch of eggs. Zone 1. Eggs are allocated before they hatch. Good job.
So now I've got holdover bonus and holdover multi-ball timer. I can also get holdover bonus X, so that I can keep my bonus X from ball to ball.
Activate the weapon.
What else? And then there's other awards here that come from just different playfield elements. You get the collect double timer if you get these drops down during a multi-ball. A lot of the other stuff is, you know, still
Returning
operates
to 1x playfield multiplier.
the same way it's labeled on the field. So like, you know, the in lanes, advanced left bonus, advanced right bonus, those still operate the same way. The bonus goes up to 19,000 per side now. And then so when I drain this last ball, you'll see that I'll get my 46 seconds of multi-ball timer, should be times 2, and I'll also get my bonus times 5 per side. So the score is pretty much meaningless at that point. Okay, well that's everything there is to see on... Yeah, that's not everything.
Select weapons bank with right flipper.
That's most of what there is to see on Scorpion. A couple things I didn't show. There's a battle multi-ball restart you can get.
You woke the creature.
If you drain out during your battle and you haven't collected a jackpot yet, it'll give you X number of seconds to restart it. I don't know, it's got a lot of little Easter eggs and features in it that I didn't talk about. I don't remember all of them, honestly. It's got a bunch of stuff in it. Anyway,